gender pay gap is coming down. It's the lowest it's ever been, but still there's a long way to go to close it. Here's what you, as employers, need to know to do your part. I'm Mary Wooldridge, the CEO of the Workplace Gender Equality Agency, and I've got some key information to help you improve fairness in your workplace. Next February, WGEA will again publish the gender pay gaps for private sector employers who report to us, those of you with 100 or more employees. That's more than 7,600 employers and over 1,600 corporate groups. If you're one of them, thank you for your work to date. And a reminder, the gender pay gap isn't the same as equal pay. It's the difference between the average or median pay of women and men within an organisation, across industries, or the workforce as a whole. The data will include everything that we published earlier this year and more. That means we will publish each employer's median gender pay gap for total remuneration and for base salary. For the first time, WGEA will also publish gender pay gaps as an average. This will also be for total remuneration as well as base salary. Once again, the data will be broken into pay quartiles, dividing employees into 4 groups by the amount they are paid. This shows the proportion of men and women in each pay quartile. We'll also publish average total remuneration for each of these quartiles. The breakdown of the combination of pay and workforce composition gives important insights into what could be driving your gender pay gap. Transparency enables accountability. It means that you, as employers and your employees, can look at your results and the results of your peers. The data is important to help employers, you, to understand what is driving your gender pay gap so you can take action to close it. Gender equality isn't just nice to have, it's a basic human right. The added benefit is it's also good for business. For the first time, data on CEO pay has been reported to WGEA and will be included in the calculations. Almost 80% of CEOs in Australia are men, and those roles usually pay the most. The inclusion of this data will help give a more accurate picture of Australia's gender pay gap. Adding this in isn't going to impact your median gender pay gaps, but it can have a significant impact on your average gender pay gaps. This was the reason why we only published median gender pay gaps earlier this year. And in order to see what's changed since last year, we should only compare median to median gender pay gaps. Yes, as an employer, your reporting contact and CEO each received an executive summary when you lodged your WGEA report. This included your gender pay gap data. Since early November, you've also been able to access your industry benchmark report, showing how your results compare with other similar-sized employers in your industry. Legally, you must provide both these reports to your board or governing body. They can be downloaded from the WGEA reporting portal. Now that reporting has finished, we are compiling the executive summaries for entire corporate groups. These will be available from the reporting portal in December. You'll be able to find your gender pay gap and the results for thousands of other employers, industries and the nation on WGEA's Data Explorer on our website. The data will be for each individual employer as well as corporate groups as a whole. Like earlier this year, every employer can choose to provide a link to an employer statement. This is the chance for you to give the context of your results and update the public about the steps you're taking to continue to improve. WGEA will publish this link alongside your gender pay gap result. You'll be able to upload your link after the new year. Good question. The most important thing you can do is a gender pay gap analysis of your organisation. This analysis can tell you a lot about the workplace experience for women and men. It can help you see whether everyone's experiencing it equally or where there are imbalances that need to be addressed. It's important to identify the issues so you can make a plan to fix them. Our team can support you to do this. You can read our guide, sign up to one of our free masterclasses, or for some one-on-one advice via the website. Once you've done that analysis, there are tools that can help you, like our action planning tool and the playbook, outlining specific steps you can take to improve. It's also important that you communicate your result, what's driving them, and the actions you are taking to your employees before the next release. There's a lot of different factors to consider. We recommend an average total remuneration gender pay gap between -5 to +5%. If it's less than -5, this means you have an imbalance in favour of women, and the pay for women, on average, is more than men's. If it's more than 5%, this means you have an imbalance in favour of men, as the pay for men is, on average, more than women's. For employers in industries with high gender pay gaps, in the first instance, you may want to aim to have a gender pay gap below that of your peers. It's important to take meaningful action to close your gender pay gap and improve equality in your workplace. And the reason why that's important is it's fair and just, and it will also increase your productivity, your profitability, and employee morale. Improving gender equality is good for everyone. Now is the time to be getting ready for the next round of gender pay gaps being published in late February 2025. Thanks for listening, and you'll find a lot of extra guides and resources on our website, or reach out and sign up for our masterclasses or some one-on-one advice.